Okay. Okay, here's your ancient submariner again, Pat Ziliakis. Now I have a little bit longer story. This one took place on the island of Guam, which had just been captured, or not quite captured yet, but it had been invaded, and the Japanese were occupying it and fighting like crazy in the interior. They were in trouble in the capital city of Agana because 8 battleships were shooting 16-inch guns at Agana, completely destroying the city. The people had to flee, and a lot of them ended up in a little place called Talofofo, which was quite a ways from Agana, and a dangerous road because the Japanese were on both sides of it. In any event, we had a steward's mate, officer steward by the name of Ricky Guerrero, who came from Guam. He was a Chamorro. When he heard that Guam was being invaded by the U.S., he wanted to return there and be with his family that had suffered greatly under the Japanese. The captain agreed that if he could find somebody who was a cook and knew that kind of stuff, he could take his place temporarily while we cruised from Guam to Midway and picked up a regular steward's mate from the Navy, and then we would fly this individual back to Guam. In order to achieve this, we drove another guy and I and Ricky up to Talofofo. We had to stop several times because the Japanese were attacking. Anyway, we got there. You could not drive back after dark. Make a long story short, the guy we were supposed to see was late getting there. There was night. We had to stay overnight. They prepared a meal for us, which they sat and watched as we ate. It was all their rations. They wouldn't eat any of it, but they insisted we eat them. In any event, the next morning we left with Guzman, was the name of the guy, took him down to our submarine. He had a simple meeting with the captain. The captain said, "Would you like to go on this submarine?" Guzman said, "I go submarine." And he became the steward's mate who went with us to Midway while Ricky stayed with his family on Guam. Everybody was happy. That's it. Thank you. If you want to see more of these, you can sign up for my
Subscribe.